Let's hope. I'm just gonna. This is me. No headphones in. Looks like I'm not gonna get music today. Fucking. Oh well. Because my laptop's usually good at like recognizing voices and not having feedback. Let's hope this doesn't ruin everything. Plug. Let's hope. I'm just gonna. This is me. No headphones in. Looks like I'm not gonna get music today. Fucking. Oh well. Because my laptop's usually good at like recognizing voices and not having feedback. Let's hope this doesn't ruin everything. It ruined everything, didn't it? Like, it's better. I get that it's better now, but now the microphone's going to pick up anything that comes out of my computer. So, yep. No music! Because for some reason, whenever I plug in headphones and try to use my fucking mic, it fucks with it. I don't know why. It's very strange. God, my computer's busted. So I guess, at least for now, no music. I might listen to music on my phone, we'll see. But, damn it! But how is the mic quality now? Is it better? I think it might actually be better. Well, there you go. I fixed it. Is there any more residual feedback? Is it feeding through anymore? Like, tell me when that happens. I'll continue talking anyways, because it's all out of sync and everything, and everything is just broken. Is it still on listen? Well, there might be a little bit of feedback for a little bit, because the microphone was then picking up the audio coming out of the computer. But now I've turned off the audio from the Twitch because I was listening to the Twitch stream. So the feedback should end here in a second, hopefully. Yeah. God damn it. I need to figure out how to get the desyncing fixed. I want more than a fucking 30 seconds of difference. I want it to be like a difference of like 10 at most. Still kind of new to this. I'll look that up later, how to minimize syncing issues and whatnot, because it really is a problem by this standard. It makes it very jarring when it's like, oh, I want to interact with you, but I can't interact for another 30 seconds. So I'm not going to... Oh. So, any more feedback? It shouldn't be feeding back anymore. It shouldn't be. I can now turn down probably the microphone gain. Yeah, fucking... Am I still getting a massive amount of feedback? Okay, so no feedback, no echo, no nothing. Wait a second. Waiting for response, because this is all fucked. Okay, good. Huh. Well, looks like I'm not going to get any music. I mean, that's fine. But, yeah, so one of the reasons why I'm not actually on my other computer, where the audio quality would at least be better, where I actually have a fucking working headset and microphone, is because it is cold as balls in my room. It's part of the reason why I've been miserable lately. The cold has really just disabled my ability to exist at the moment. Also, thank you for sticking around the adventure of me fixing everything that was broken. I'm glad you guys stuck around. I will make it worth your while. I promise. I I have that's the thing is like I have my fucking apartment at man, I'm saying fucking a lot. I'll I have my apartment at 72 degrees and in the apartment room is fine. In my bedroom is got to be not more than 50. It's like it's frigid in there. And lately I've been getting like really bad headaches and really bad just constantly giving myself head colds from just being in there. And I mean, I love my friends, but when I play video games with them, and usually I have to do that on my computer, on my desktop, it's just fucking cold. It's fucking cold there. So it's pretty miserable. Listen, my apartment is 100% for fucking. Shit! I almost messed everything up again. Okay, good. But now we're on track. Everything is alright. Fixed everything. It's not broken anymore. It's gonna be okay. I mean, that's the thing is I was actually running into an issue where I was wearing like I would put on like 3 blankets and a sweatshirt and socks and I was like, "Yay, this'll work. I know the proper response to the cold." And then I was like, "This is the proper response to the cold and it's making me sweat." The thing about sweat is if it's cold and you're sweating, it makes everything worse. It's even worse to be sweating and cold. It is one of the most miserable ways to exist. And when you're inside your own house doing that, it just doesn't encourage you to want to literally do anything. Really good with words tonight. I really am. But in all honesty, that is why lately I was just kind of like, man, I'm just miserable. Everything is sucks. And I was not in a very good state of mood or thought for that matter. Oh no, it wouldn't let me do that. It's actually kind of a shame. But yeah, like it just boiled down to I was very demotivated to want to do anything because of the temperature being just butts, just bad. Who's messaging me? So yeah, like but now I'm trying to force myself. I mean, that might be the wrong way I want to put that, but I'm trying to make myself want to do stuff. So here I am. And I mean, like I still appreciate it. Like thanks, Fuzzy. I'm glad you wanted to have me stream. I'm glad we all sat through that little adventure of me trying to get the stream to work at all. Whether it even works better now, I don't still know. I hope it does. I hope you guys like it. I do this for you. But yeah, I've been very I had a really bad case of, artist block. And I mean that happens. It's happened to me plenty of times. But it was just kind of like, yeah, I'm going to fucking start drawing now more and then winter hit and I didn't want to fucking live. It just sapped the living fuck out of my motivation to do pretty much anything. Aye. Listen, I would never cheat on you guys. Not even once. Forever, forever, ever. Let's see. Oh, I need to add that to the palette. But yeah, to catch people up, this is my buddy from my last job wanted me to draw him a Gyarados for his arm. He wanted a just for his forearm. So now I'm in the process of taking it from my final, like, I want to say tooled draft, because I use like color pencils and actual pencils, and putting it into Photoshop to give him a crisper look, so that way it looks good for his body. And here we are. I mean, I like Pokemon. And originally I tried... Hey, they said it, not me. If Riley ends up seeing this, you can put it wherever you want on your body. I don't care. It's your decision. I'm still proud I drew it for you, and you put it on your body. Yes. But right now, the current thing, I guess, that I'm working on is just kind of figuring out where I want all the colors. Because initially I wanted to like try something different stylistically, but I kind of settled with just using a plain brush because I felt like it was overcomplicating the aesthetic too much. And I feel that, you know, for a good tattoo, you don't want to overcomplicate it. You know, just too many different shades and whatnot. I feel like that would be harder. That'd be harder for the tattooist to draw. So if you make everything in a very kind of not homogenized, but like in a very similar palette, it should, you know, result in an easier thing for them to draw. Should. Oh man, I've never gotten a tattoo. I've thought about it. I don't have any. There is no music. The music is my voice. I've never gotten a tattoo before. I've definitely thought about it, but I've always just kind of been like, I don't know. There's too many things that I like, and not enough things that are like simple enough to just get tattooed on my body. So I don't know what I'd want to permanently scar my body with as a show of fan loyalty. There's not too many things. Like even the Legend of Zelda, I'm like, I could get a Triforce and be a tool. That's also part of it, is like, I want to get something, like, I'll admit, like, this Gyarados is kind of awesome, is an awesome idea for a dragon tattoo. Like, makes sense, and it's really interesting and awesome. But, like, I don't know, I've just never thought of anything that sticks out to me as something that would be like, yeah, on my body permanently for the rest of my life, because I like that thing. Like, there are things that could work. It could get like an emblem of Rosgreaves. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Ace Combat 5, or like Samus's Metroid Ball. But that's the thing, is like, I'd want it to be black and white to begin with, and I don't want it to be like, you know, super toolish, like, you know, all the shots you don't take. You miss all the shots you don't take. That's a good tattoo, right? It's very appropriate. Can you tell I'm being ironic enough yet? But yeah, I don't know. I have nothing wrong. Like I don't have anything against tattoos. I think tattoos are badass, and uh, I wouldn't be against getting one, but it would have to be one that like I don't know. It really would have to resonate with me. You know, that's why I want this one to come out really well. Is because fucking permanently scarring somebody's body. I want it. I want it to be good for them. I want them to feel like this is worth scarring their body permanently with. So why not put a little effort into it, right? Also, I mean, I'm not saying I'm complex, but money's nice too. I'm getting paid for it. Also, if you could hear that in the background, that's my heater. Sorry. Yes. I don't know. But like I said earlier, I've kind of been out of the mood, but I feel good today. If you can't tell, I feel like I'm actually making some progress in something. I want to try to get this done by Christmas, and for him, so that way I can just focus on other things. Because like I still have my other projects I really want to work on. You know, I have. Just make sure. I still have that game. I mean, I haven't given up on it. I've just been demotivated like a... Really had to fight saying motherfucker there. I don't know why I'm saying fuck so much tonight. Really don't. There's really no reason. I'm trying not to be upset. There's no need to be upset. I've just... Cold really kills my motivation to do things. Like a lot of people are winter people, and I don't fucking blame them. I don't blame them for wanting to you know, for having a different time of the year that they feel good. And I don't even have necessarily a problem or a misunderstanding of what makes, you know, winter nice. Like I like things about the winter, but this winter really caught me off guard. I didn't have any time to really adjust to it. It came out of left field. There was no fall. That didn't help. So there was just no cooling. It just got cold instantly. And I don't care. I don't care who you are. If that happens, and I'm not a cold, I'm not one for the cold naturally. I'm a stick figure. I'm an actual stick figure. I do not respond well to the cold, and when that happens, I was just kind of in a state of shock for the last couple of weeks. I finally kind of started adjusting, but man, it just it tanks my mood, it tanks my everything. It's a horrible feeling. And I wouldn't say I'm a summer person. I like to believe I am, but in reality, I don't think I like the heat as much as I like just temperate temperature. Because freaking when it's, you know, I'm not any better when it's freaking 90 degrees out and I'm sweating like a goddamn horse. You know, like I get that. The heat also sucks. I'm definitely more of a high 70s and I'm okay kind of guy. Like my apartment's at 72 in the middle of winter. What can I say? Which has always confused me, how people are like, you live at 70 degrees? Aren't you like sweating constantly? I'm like, what? Then again, I'm a twig. I look like one. I don't have any body fat, which is kind of normal. It's my normal state. But yeah, I have to admit, I was still looking forward to winter because, and Fuzzy, you brought this up when we were chatting earlier, the bugs. Like, I'm not a fan. As somebody who is a biologist, and don't get me wrong, I studied quite a bit of entomology before I left college to live as a adult. That's going fantastically, if I might say. I hate bugs. Fucking, they can live in their holes. But we had like a really bad ant problem the last, just all the way up to winter, and now they've finally gone away because it's too cold for anything to live. Like, yeah, it's so cold, nothing can survive, including me. It's fantastic. But yeah, okay, I wouldn't mind the cold so much. I feel like I wouldn't mind winter so much if I had someone to spend it with. I really don't. Just kind of bumming out in my own apartment. All by myself. Not really able to do much about the cold, you know? If I had maybe someone to spend winter with, because the one thing I like about winter is at least the idea, I don't know, is like spending it with someone, you know, not doing anything in the presence of somebody else is a very, very good feeling. I enjoy that quite a bit. GoFundMe. I need to make a Patreon. Patreon for me and Fuzz. We'll live together. Come live in America. I mean, what's your rent? My rent currently is 600, so 300 a month. Like, that's the thing, is I don't mind the fact that I have to put up with all this to live at really a pretty reasonable price. It's just, man, still kind of, there are things that would help mitigate it even more, just little by little, and they don't exist. So, I need to get a heater. I need to get a heater for my room. That would help a lot. It's Wait, are you saying your portion of the rent is $510 a month, or your rent is $510 a month? Because if your portion is, I can't afford that. But if your rent is lower than mine, and I fucking be all over that shit. I don't know what's with me today. I'm very I might it might be. I might be at least a little bipolar. Might actually be a little bipolar. And I mean, I don't mean that to lessen to excuse my behavior. No, I mean, I definitely do have some pretty stark moments of behavior. More so than the average bear. Some very drastic changes in mood. Wait, it's $510 for a single room? I mean, hey, listen, man. The older I get, the more I'm just kind of like, you know, I don't know. I ain't gay, but I am pretty lonely. Listen, would I get a discount if we shared a bed? That's the important part. Ah, shit. Are we just gonna start a commune where we just all sleep in each other's beds? I've actually lived in a commune. I lived in a local commune. It wasn't that bad. I still meet people who live at the commune that I lived at. And it's a good place to meet people. It really is. So what can I say? Maybe communism isn't that bad. It would be the Soapbox Banhammer commune, guys. What could possibly go wrong? I'm pretty sure the local government would have us, like, detained within a month. All of us. For some sort of weird sex cult. Then again, I did live at a commune, and we never got taken down. So who knows? Maybe we'd be fine. Ah. Do what I can. I feel like I'm actually getting something done for once, which is good. Because, like, I've been procrastinating doing this. I've really been putting it off. I wanted to, like, get this done back in November, and let's just say that that didn't happen. I started it back in November, shortly after I, got out of that job, and then Thanksgiving happened, and that was actually kind of nice and fun with family, and then I got back home, and just winter happened, and boy did winter happen, so we've already gone over that. What else am I gonna do? I'm gonna talk about I don't own any butt plugs. I don't. Let's get way too personal here. The only toy that I own was a joke. Was a joke Christmas re-gift from a Secret Santa because he didn't want them. I was like, okay, I guess thanks you. But somebody who was a Secret Santa for him, which I fucking applaud the guy. I might not be really good friends with him, but this was actually a really good joke gift. He just got him like he got him a lot of sex toys. This is what he got him, and so he ends up regifting me in the Secret Santa exchange. He was my Secret Santa. He just regifts me some Cockrings he got. And I haven't gotten rid of them. I haven't used them, but I haven't gotten rid of them. Nah, I don't own a butt plug. Just a cock ring. It's fine. Never used it, though. Never had to. I don't know. Something tells me that isn't very comfortable. I feel like it would just kill it. Just strangle it. In not a good way. See, aren't I the coolest Twitch streamer? Most Twitch streamers just yell into their mics for likes and money. I talk about my ownership of cock rings. It's fine. I'm a hero. And I'm a hero in the eyes of some. See, that's the thing is, I mean, I wouldn't say I was never prudish, but sometime in high school, I just stopped kind of like caring as much. I mean, I still care sometimes. I can be a little prudish sometimes. It is a bit odd how much I could not give a shit on one hand and like admit things like I own cock rings, and on other hands I'll be like, I'm very nervous about talking about this specific subject for some reason, and there's really no reason. There's not for me, anyways. But like ever since like halfway through high school, I kind of realized that I was like I cared a little bit too much what. I mean, I still kind of do. Depends on the day sometimes. What people thought of me. especially my art, and did actually start making strides to like be like, no, I'm not gonna really care as much. I'm not gonna let things like sex or people in general bother me, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna be mature, because nobody wants somebody, nobody wants that guy who's like really super prudish, and certainly I didn't want to be a white knight. I determined that early on, and I mean, like, I love my friends, and they can be whatever they want, but I refuse. I refuse to white knight anymore, because I don't know. That's not how I want to be. I want to treat somebody because I want to treat them with, I don't know, respect as a human being. Just because they're female doesn't mean I treat them special. Go fucking figure. But then I learned another hard truth was, yeah, I did all that, and then it really didn't mean anything anyways. So I'm not going to stop being that. I enjoy being that. I think it makes me a very respectable person, and it makes me somebody who's much easier to talk to about a lot of things. But you know, I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not gonna be some sort of prudish troglodyte. I'm not gonna just be another fucking nerd and be all like, ugh, well, why don't girls like me? Ugh, and continue to pedestalize them. I've continually made that a point that I'm gonna stop doing that um, in my life. I feel like I've gotten much better at it. Uh, but then I was like, because a lot of people were like, yeah, you should do that. That's a healthy mental thing to do. But then nobody told me that that didn't matter anyways, and it didn't necessarily ensure that anything was going to change. So that was the one thing I finally learned was just be however you want, be whatever makes you comfortable. I'm fine doing this. You don't have to be a person. You you don't have to be somebody who can also talk the way that I do and like admit that he owns Cockrings and for me to like you, like, and also be able to talk to me. Like, I'm a fairly open individual. Talk about sports? We'll talk about sports. I won't talk very good about it, but I can at least discuss it with somebody and be like, yeah, what are your opinions on certain things, so that way I can even make a coherent sentence about sports. Like, I've never gotten the idea of, yeah, I just don't talk about that thing because I don't know much about it. Well, do you think that's more of a failure on the part of the individual, not yourself? Or not the, it's more of just you not wanting to talk about something rather than, I can't talk about it. Well, everyone can talk about, everyone has an opinion about something. That's fine. So, as long as you're willing to be open about it and like admit like this isn't really something that interests me, but this is how I feel about it and this is why. That's still a better conversation than just being like, I don't know anything about sports. I don't want to talk about it. I mean, I don't know anything about sports. Don't quiz me either. I'll surely fail. Like I can have a conversation about most things, but I'm quite typically I would admit that I pretty much know much less than I should, or at least that I let on that I know. Especially when it comes to things like pop culture and stuff. Like I suck. I suck at pop culture, but that's because I don't care about it most of the time. I just care about the. Oh, you can only hear my beautiful voice. Hey, be careful. I don't want to be fucking living in links in my Twitch chat, but that might actually be something. I don't know. I haven't really looked into how to get anything out of Twitch yet. That's also because I'm like, man, the last thing I Twitch streamed kind of went horribly, and I don't know if I want your service anymore. At least not as much as I wanted it before. But we'll see. Like like I said, part of me wants to monetize this, but the other part of me doesn't want to because I'd rather just monetize the work itself rather than the streams. Because I like the streams being just a chill time where I go and I wouldn't mind it being like something I could also make money off of, but I don't want it to be like this is my job now. This is what I do for a living. Like I don't want to give off that impression because it will kind of ruin the attitude that I want to preserve with it. So I want it to be more of a relaxed me kind of just maybe working on something that I've been working on lately or me just chilling out wanting to practice with an audience. Like I don't want to do I wouldn't mind like taking donations or whatnot, but I don't want it to be a point that I'm like doing this purely because I'm trying to profit. Like, nah. I don't even want to fucking profit off my normal work. That's why I do like the idea of Patreon, and I do want to start using it. I'm kind of nervous about using it because I don't want to do it too soon and be like, hey, I'm starting Patreon, or give me money, please. But on the flip side, I mean, I gotta not die, and if there's a chance that I can start supplementing my life that way, even if it isn't substantial, and just start actually working towards getting myself on my feet, I think it's at least worth it. So. He hasn't shot. Yeah, my friend, he admitted, he was like, yeah, I just realized I haven't like showered in 4 days when we were hanging out recently, and he's been on a finals binge. Like he's about to graduate though. Proud of the guy. He's actually gonna go or not possibly, he is. He's planning on going to Texas to get a job there, which will be sad. I'll miss you. But proud of him. He got a nice job down in Texas, and we'll probably be working there for a while. But I'll keep contact with him. He's one of my bestest friends. Well, here's the thing. Like, not to say that you thus shouldn't shower. I mean, you should at least try. But sometimes, like, I've noticed this with me is if I just get in a mood, like, where I'm just like, I'm gonna sweat. It's just what's gonna happen. I'm either hot or tense or whatnot, and it's got me stressed out. And I'm just gonna start freaking perspiring like a insert good metaphor here. If I start sweating, I'm just like, I showered today. I showered earlier. It doesn't freaking matter. Doesn't mean you shouldn't shower. Just means sometimes it's gonna stink. It's gonna be stinky. There's nothing you can do about it. That's how I feel about that. Oh, that's too dark. Just needed to be kind of darker. Oh, that's why it's too dark. I mean, I showered earlier today. Showered before I got online. If his arms are broken, I'm interested now instantly. Auntie, I need to know. Are his arms functioning? Need to know for personal reasons. Yeah, this is going much nicer now. Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry. Forgot to mention I'm in a constant state of death. Let's see how that looks. Oh my. See, would you or would you not permanently scar your body with that? Need to darken some stuff up here, but I'm always drunk. I could go get a beer, but I feel like that actually would be a bad idea. Sorry, I'm kind of focusing here in a sec. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, no boobies today, no nudes. Not until I start that other streaming account, because I ain't having any of that anymore. Damn it, Twitch! All I did was draw something out of boredom, and it was like, hey, what are you doing over there? Why are you drawing some boobies? Well, we didn't want you doing that. Ah, you won't want to hurt the children. So they did the right thing and took down my account. I mean, I sound overly salty about that, but I mean, I still kind of am, but I at least understand. I'm like, fine. I did go against the rules. It's a bit obnoxious, though. You can't take me down for this unless apparently saying fucking too many times in one sitting, which, again, I don't know why I'm saying fuck so much. Just in one of those moods, I guess. I don't see any reason why today I should have any problems, so. Come at me, Twitch. You can't stop me. Actually, somebody on my Facebook page linked me a streaming site that I'm going to take a look in. Ooh my, what did I do? Oh, that's what I did. Damn it! Oh, it's fine. I just did a bad thing. But I'll look into specifically an art streaming site that somebody referenced to me. I think it would be worth looking into. Much less likely to be taken down for explicit content, that's for sure. Once again, yeah, okay. I was making explicit content by a definition of what explicit content is. It is still a little frustrating when it's like, you could just be mature. Maybe I'm being a little immature, but still, it is a little ridiculous, Just like, what have you accomplished by limiting my stream other than inconveniencing me and people who legitimately enjoy watching my stream just because you did not like the content? Like, I still do not understand that mentality. It really does kind of bother me. When I already have an age filter and already know that certain content is going to be more likely to be subject to that scrutiny. Like, and wouldn't overtly draw a sexual picture. Like, I just wouldn't. So it does kind of appall me that, you know, I have to admit that I'm still in the wrong just to be able to be like, fine, you win. I'll go take my business someplace else with regards to this. Because, I mean, morally, I guess, yeah, fine. I shouldn't have been drawing boobs in a public setting. Part of me still wants to be like, well, boo-hoo, you know. I don't think you're right still either. See, I'm not going to draw Gardevoir. I'm not going to draw fucking Fooded Dick on a Gardevoir. You won't make me. I won't make me. Unless you pay me a lot. Listen, there's got to be some forward payment for me to draw such pictures. Because I can't do it out of pure, just for pure curiosity. Got to be a little incentive there. And jacking to it later is not enough. Let's see. If I usually am charged about $20 per commission for, you know, a normal picture, I would say for straight up pornography, I would charge you an extra $15. Not because I'm against drawing pornography, but because I don't want to be known for drawing pornography. That's a moral thing to... That's an okay thing to admit, right? It's not that I'm against drawing it. It's I don't want to be known for drawing it. How much for Pikachu and Ash? What a hard bargain I push. Man, geez, only $15 more to get drawn porn. I'm really good at this. I'm really good at dissuading people. I mean, I think I'm gonna like probably sell this image for about $25. I'm trying to, like, I don't really like commissions in the sense of I get it and I would like to make money off of this, but I don't really know how as a business, and I don't like pricing myself necessarily, but I do want to make money off of it, and I do see that there is potential for money there, so let's see. If I was to, I will charge $50 for a normal print, like non-pornographic print of anything that is about a 24 by 18 image. Smaller than that, if you want, say, a 24 inch by 18 inch. If you want this is a 27-inch image, so I'm probably, but it's so thin, like it's just the image print, I'm probably only going to price it about $30, $25 again. It's because it's a bit bigger picture. If you want a picture that's only like, you know, a quarter that size, $20-ish. And if you want it to be porn, it's a $15 increase. So it depends on the size of the image. You want me to fucking go all out, make you a giant picture, high resolution, 24 by 18 image, that'll be a good old 65. If you want something that's more like I think the standard size would be what, 11 by 8.5? landscape or portrait, that image would be probably about $20. Really good at pricing things, guys. I promise. I'm really good at it. If you want a picture that is in that dimension overall, probably then $35-ish for a pornographic image. Well, then that's just, let's see, $15 plus 16 by 16. If it's 16 by 16 pixel, I think a penny. It seems pretty fair for a sprite image, because it doesn't take long for me to do. So 16 plus $15, it would be 15 and 1 cent. $15.01 for a pornographic 16 by 16 pixel image. I'm not arguing with that. That seems fair. By order porn. By order porn. That's the name of the subverse. Shit. Are you gonna make me a moderator of that now? Am I a moderator of by order porn? I don't want to be. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take these, put it up a little bit lighter. Oh boy, chat crashed for me. I don't know what happened. Is the stream still going? Oh, there it goes. Man, I need to figure out what brush I'm working with, because it'd really help with my game. Because I've been having an issue where I keep on getting really, really bad. I'm not getting as crisp of like colors as I want. And this is actually what I want out of that. Oh shit, I need to save that color. Also, are you guys getting like a lot of feedback from my stylus? I hope not. A lot of tapping noises, probably. That is the motto of SBBH, in fact. If you don't feel sickened in some way by visiting that site or that board for 5 minutes, we're not shit posting well enough. Welcome to the most lovable cast of deplorables you'll ever meet. Ah, shit. I need to fix that tooth. Where did I have it before? There, kind of like that. Wham bam. Oh shit. Don't be arguing in my chat. You'll make Dad upset. Don't say I'm the oldest one here again. You guys make me feel old. Fix that. There we go. Wow, that actually looks really good. Don't mind me. I'm just talking to myself as I always do. Don't think I like that. Hey, what have I done? Oopsie. Might have to go make some coffee. We'll see. Boy, no. Boy, does everybody know that I can make coffee. I sure can. I'm actually so glad I came up with that video idea. I really enjoyed making it. Well then, that's nice. Yeah, I'm actually glad that I decided to stream today. I feel like after having been in such a shit mood lately, this is like the first day that I've felt really, really good. Because like there was one day where I was like, I feel all right, and I tried to draw, but it didn't really come out to anything good. Like today's like the first day that I'm finally like, yeah, drawing is something I actually enjoy doing as a pastime and greater hobby and possible career. Yeah, no, it was just a pretty bad time last couple days, so. So fresh, so clean. Listen, I'm just focusing really hard. That's the nice thing is like, when I get really into my art, I typically just kind of zone out. And that's why I'm like, one thing I would really like just out of this in general is like to reinforce an idea that, you know, you don't have to. I don't want to be the stereotypical any sort of, you know, entertainment provider where their idea of entertainment is, you know, being super bombastic or super overdone all the time. Like, I have my moments. Everybody has their moments. I feel like a lot of people underplay how excited they can be regardless of how openly shy or not shy they are. But I want to. You you don't always have to know what to say at the right time or have to be talking all the time. Even I'm glad that enough people come join out of just the appreciation of being able to watch me draw. I greatly appreciate that. It was very weird. Like, the first couple times that I started Twitch streaming my drawing, I didn't think, well, like any time that I've like started creating things and started getting attention, I didn't think, why would people want to watch me do this or want to engage with me doing this? And just kind of learned that I do have enough of a personality, a positive personality that, people are drawn to the things that I pun unintended. But they are drawn to the things that I make, and I like that. I appreciate it. And I don't think I need to be super engaging all the time, vocally anyways, because, Exactly. I would rather be... That's why I was like, earlier, I actually was kind of like, I don't want to just be swearing all the time for no reason. There's no reason. I just really wanted to say fucking a lot, I guess. By damn, did I say fucking a lot. I mean, I'm, again, not super prudish. I don't think there's anything wrong with me saying fuck or damn or anything, but it's just kind of like, I'm just adding words to the air. It's not actually, I'm not saying anything really interesting even. Just swearing. Well, yeah, make sure I'm still alive. My first dog. Let's see. I haven't owned a pet in a long time, and I want to, because I owned pets when I was growing up. I technically still have a cat. I had 2 cats. And I've gone through 2 dogs. Our first dog was a Great Dane, and she was. I don't know if I'm more of a cat person. I love dogs. I love dogs to death. Don't get me wrong. And I would love to own a dog. But our first dog was actually kind of like really just... We were not equipped, I guess, to take care of a dog that big. Like, and that's the nice thing about cats, is cats, in comparison to dogs, in a lot of ways, are much more low maintenance creatures. Like, you don't really have to... Not to say that I wouldn't want to own a dog now to have the responsibility of it, but it certainly takes a lot less effort to take care of a cat than it does to take care of a dog. Cats are just kind of, while they are assholes, and I love them for being assholes, that's part of what makes them so low maintenance, is they're such independent creatures. But I went through a Great Dane as my first dog, and she was kind of a mess, and it was not good, unfortunately. Like, she just ended up being really not... She was not a very good first dog. She was very... For being a Great Dane, it's not good to have a dog that's actually kind of aggressive. She wasn't a very nice dog, and she kind of was a bit dangerous at times. And unfortunately, we ended up our first dog, and I mean, my mom loved that dog. She wanted a Great Dane. She grew up with dogs and loved Great Danes, and she got a purebred. But that's part of the thing is I kind of learned that from maybe not an early age, but certainly after having gone through 2. Because our second dog was an Italian Greyhound, so we had a bit of a change of pace there. We went from one of the biggest dogs you can get to possibly one of the smallest. And again, she's just kind of our particular dog was just kind of a. She was more sassy, but she also had like health problems, and I'm just kind of like I don't want a purebred. I think I just want a mutt. If I ever get a dog, mainly because they'll be healthier overall. They'll be a healthier animal. Because I want the dog, not the type of dog. But unfortunately, we also ended up putting down our first dog and then giving away our second dog because we just couldn't handle dogs for some reason. But cats, first cat was given to us. Drew, big fat white cat, loved him to death. Lived for the age of 14, I believe. He actually passed away a year ago, unfortunately. He was a big fluffy butt. I loved him to death. Drew was a lazy, was your stereotypical lazy fat cat, and he was still great. He didn't really bother you much. He could get kind of like be a bit of an asshole, but not as much as some asshole cats that I've seen. Like, he was still a great guy. And then I would say my personal favorite pet that we owned, who still, she still lives with my parents, Penelope, another cat. God damn it, I did it again. Went out of my way to fucking... She is another cat that we found underneath our house. And we were just like, yeah, we'll take care of her. And she's been in the family for 8 years. And I would love to own another animal. I mean, I love animals. I was the only person in my environmental ed course who gave a shit about any of the animals in that class. Well, not the only one, but one of the few, and certainly one of the only ones who cared to actually know something about the animals instead of just pitting them in races against each other. God, it was not... I felt so bad for my teacher. She was like, Isaac, I'm glad you're in my class because all of these students are going to drive me insane with how they are treating these animals. I was like, I appreciate that. I've always wanted, I've wanted a pet for a while, but I've been like, I want to own a pet, but owning a pet is like owning a child, and you shouldn't do that if you're not really capable of, if you don't feel comfortable with the fact that you don't really have a job or aren't really keeping employment well at the moment. So that's the main reason why I don't personally own a pet. It's not because of the apartment. The apartment complex actually supports pets. I could own a pet if I wanted to. The only reason why I don't is because I don't think I have the ability to at the moment. Which is a shame. I love animals. Animals are awesome. Animals are people too. That being said, I appreciate how enriching a pet can be on one's life, and yeah, I wish I had one. Kick him. Kick the cat. Don't kick the cat. Move the cat. Show the cat that you need him to move, or else your feet will die, or else you will die. Then again, it's a cat, so it probably doesn't care. I love cats, but they typically do not care about your well-being. But yeah, I've gone through a number of pets, interacted with a number of pets personally. God damn it, I did it again. Can't. If you're wondering what I keep complaining about, I have two layers, one for color, one for line, and I want to keep them separate for now, so that way, it just keeps it consistent. feel like a fox would be interesting. It'd be a lot like a cat, but even worse because foxes aren't even domesticated. So I say worse. I still think I would enjoy a fox. It'd be an interesting challenge, but that's the thing is, uh, it's a fox. Foxes aren't domesticated really in the slightest. But I would like one. I feel like they'd have a lot of personality. They're like a cat fox. They're like a cat dog. They're very wily, though. I mean, I like wily. I'm a wily individual, but you wouldn't be able to tell by my general sarcasm, but I am actually a very wily person. Do they? I didn't know that. Do they have like scent glands or something? Well, no, they're canine, so they aren't like related. That's the reason why I wouldn't get a ferret or something. Ferrets are actually related. Well, they're all weasels and stuff are in the same kind of family, and they all just kind of smell in general. Weasels actually, or ferrets actually have a scent gland similar to skunks. It's just not as potent, but it still exists. So I'm like, nah, I think I'm good. I think I'm all right. I mean, cat snakes are pretty cute, but I think I'm okay. They stink. Some good progress here. Okay, that's my image. Beautiful. Yeah. I'm getting somewhere. Wild foxes or wild ferrets? Or wild skunks? I mean, you could supposedly get the gland removed, but then I'm kind of just like, eh. That also sounds a bit too invasive. I'd rather just own. A lot of mammals stink. That's the problem with mammals. Not to say that like lizards and stuff don't stink. You ever smelled snake poop? Fucking reeks. They take like they take gnarly dog shits. They do. I've worked with a couple of pythons and snakes, and I mean, like, I still think snakes are probably, with regards to actual like smell and like invasiveness of smell, they're quite, they aren't, they are one of the better animals to own. But any animal you own is gonna just stink. Most animals do, but I mean, cats are kind of an exception. Cats are really the only thing I can think of that don't innately smell. Damn it, I've done it again. Ah. Well, that kind of makes sense. Because it might just be a cleaning thing. Cleanliness thing. And you're just running around in the wild more. Whereas a tame fox is not going to get as dirty. But that's the thing, is like cats are clean freaks. Okay, keep on forgetting. Yeah. Animals are stinky. That's another thing, is like, I'll be honest, animals are pretty goddamn stinky. And while I can tolerate them, like, most of the time, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to live with that. But again, I feel like if I had a close enough bond to an animal, I'd be like, yeah. I'll admit, though, I kind of luck or unlucky. I never like, I loved my cats, but I never had to clean their shit or anything. So maybe that's not necessarily a plus in my park. Not looking forward to have to do that someday. Then again, like, I still cleaned in that environmental ed course. I was really the only one who took care of, well, not one of the few people in that course who took good care of the animals in that course. So, like, I've cleaned up shit. I've cleaned shit. I've cleaned shit out of the corners of my house. Boy, isn't that a story. But yeah, I've always been a big ecologist to begin with. Like, animals are something that have always held my interest, so I can definitely say eventually I will probably own a pet. Probably a cat, probably a dog. The dog is probably going to just be, it certainly is not going to be a purebred, so. Talking about pets, though, does make me kind of, like, I miss my cat. She lives with my parents, and like, my first personal pet that I lived with, that I, like, really got along with too, because, like, as much as I loved Drew wasn't my cat. He, like, bonded more with, I want to say, my older brother, and definitely my parents. But Penelope was the cat that bonded with me, and by damn, I miss her so much sometimes. Sad cat stories with link 1299. Okay. Also, I think it's 10:41 now. I started at what, like 8ish. I'll probably stop streaming here in another half an hour-ish. That gives Twitch another half an hour to block my stream. Last time I said that, it got blocked. But hey, haven't drawn anything explicit yet. Emphasis on yet. And if you're curious, if you want to know, I don't know why I phrased it that way, but the reason why I'm kind of like focusing on coloring right now is just to kind of get an idea of what I want, like the rest of the picture to look like, even rather than just going through the lines and then the color. Besides, I've noticed I've just kind of have a meandering drawing process where I'll just be like, okay, I'll do a little color here. Now I'll do a little lines. Progress is progress, though. That's all that matters. I don't know if you can even see that, kind of. Right now I'm just trying to get all the colors that I need, which I think I've got most of them. It's probably just really slow. I wouldn't be surprised. My internet is not the best. Probably. That's Twitch for you, though. Quality content. Best that there is. Doesn't get better than this. Damn it, I've done it again. Are you guys like saying stuff, or is it just moving slow in general? I like that. See ya, Auntie. Like I said, I probably won't be on much longer. I'm starting to get a little tired myself. I might go do some more sketches on my own. I wanted to, I started, at about 8? So I want to try to get, this has been about 3 hours. I want to try to get a couple more hours of drawing in. But my back is killing me. So I might get up, go eat something, drink some coffee, maybe draw a little bit more on this. Like I said, the main reason why I'm doing this one is just to share something that I'm working on. So you guys just get to see me working on something else. This isn't something, like I might bring it back up, but it's not going to be like the other picture where you're going to see step by step every single process. It'll have varying amounts of finish. So, bye-bye. It's almost 2 a.m. where you are. Yeah, you probably should go to bed. But hey, this is a nice bounce back stream. After last week, I got really... It did kind of discourage me quite a bit last week when my stream went down. Like, that was just kind of like, man... I certainly was not expecting it. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but I still was kind of not really... I wasn't... Yeah, I just wasn't expecting it to happen quite that quickly. I was maybe like, oh, I'll start getting some attention, and then somebody will come up and I'll be like, okay, now I gotta do something about this. But then that happened so quickly. I was just like, well, that's kind of not. That's not okay. That's not fun. Actually, I haven't got any coffee yet. I drank a Mountain Dew earlier, and that seemed to perk me up quite a bit, which helped a lot. Otherwise, I haven't really had any caffeine today. I've kind of been I haven't been drinking as much caffeine lately, which is probably why I've also been struggling. So I've probably just been suffering from a lot of withdrawal. But on the flip side, that means I shouldn't have to worry about withdrawal much anymore. I should have my caffeine addiction back in line, at least a little bit. Go ahead and start on some of this. One thing I'm kind of going with this image is focusing more on almost using it as practice for more of a pen style drawing. So I'm more of digitally penning in everything rather than doing it over in real life. Makes me wonder how a stippling project in digital would work. I don't know if it would, because I think the system would not like me doing that to it. This time I'm trying to keep it in line with that. Oh. Yeah, one of the challenges that I'm kind of having with this image is actually a consistency. Trying to get everything to be consistent. I've always had a bit of a difficulty with keeping everything the way I want it, but I'm getting better at it. There we go. I'm gonna try to finish the outline. Focus on getting actually a large portion of this finished. I feel like I more or less did a lot of doodling, but nah, I'm not a cheater. I wouldn't cheat like that. Another thing I feel like I need to work on is because like I've always had an issue with like strokes in general. And I typically like while I feel like form building is good and important. One thing I always wanted to get better at was actually making defined strokes where I want them to and not just continually make lines until sure I got what I want, but it took more strokes than it needed to. Kind of like this. So I want things to be more consistent. There we go. I have drawing integrity. I waste my time for the sake of the art. Ah, shit. Also need to... I think the best way to... Yeah, that's much better. One thing that helps is actually repositioning the image in a way that makes it a little bit easier to make those strokes. No, I don't want T. Ah! Oh, well that's nice. Much better. Now I can start making these maybe a little bit thicker. Like I said, I kind of have some... I struggle with some consistencies sometimes. And I'm trying to get better at that. Good night, Fuzzy. I'm going to go ahead and finish outlining this and then probably call it a night. This is about, what, 11? Started, what, at 8:30, so that's 2.5 hours, which is pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good. See ya. I'll probably be streaming next Friday, by the way. I don't know what I will be doing. Probably my other, the thing I had already started, but I'm going to do it on... I'm going to try out that other streaming site. But, yeah. Maybe if I might start doing, multiple streams a week. We'll see. Glad you enjoyed it. Always glad to stream for you guys. Night, Fuzzy. Take it easy. Let's see how that... Oh. Yeah, it looks a lot straighter. And a lot of the line work is much more preliminary. Red just got online. sideways. That's a little better. Night, Nova. Go ahead. That's the thing, is a lot of artistic process is just trial and error and a lot of practice, and I'll admit, even the last couple of weeks were kind of like rough. I still would rather be doing this. I want to get to a point where I can do this as often as I can. As often, like, not just streaming, I mean just drawing in general. Do this, for other people. Continue to grow as an artist. It's something that I do enjoy quite a bit, being able to make things for people. It's something I rather appreciate that I can do for people. Not many people can. I don't think there's anything wrong with that either, so. And I'll work on my commentary a little bit better, and I feel like continuing to grow and continuing to get people on to come to my streams and watch my streams. I'll continue to get, I believe I'll get better at it. I get better at anything I continually do. I wouldn't be where I am right now if I didn't keep trying, at least. I wouldn't be where I am as an artist right now if I didn't keep trying. That's the thing, is like, that's what kind of, divides this from just being a hobby for me. It's something I want to see mature and grow into something much larger, I guess. I want to see it develop. Be able to create more things. Be able to make, animations or games or whatever it'll become. 'Cause, I know people appreciate it, and I'm glad. Getting near the end here, I think. For this, like I said, this is a lot of progress that I've made, and the most progress I've made in like last couple days, which is nice. Probably continue working off stream, since this is kind of a bigger project that I want finished sooner, and I can't just wait until the next time I stream. And even the next time I stream, I don't think I'll be streaming this. I'll be making something else probably. I got that other image that I started, and like, that's the thing, is sometimes I do feel discouraged about drawing something, but I do want to build up a bit better discipline of wanting to finish pieces that I've started. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish that image before I start on anything else. One of the things that's kind of difficult about digital, at least for me, is the the stylus kind of has some different feedback. It makes it a little bit difficult to draw with, which is fine because it kind of lends itself more to painting. But if it seems like I can't make a straight line, it's because for some reason when I go to draw, it just kind of feels different. Because like I want to just kind of make a line there, and there it goes. It just takes a little bit more feeling out, and like I've practiced more with pencil and conventional techniques, so it'll just take a matter of like sometimes for me the best way to kind of make something is this way where I put a lot of it down and then shape it into what I want it to, which is kind of what I was doing with the front end of the image. Yeah. There you go. Check that out. I'll clean that up, get it nice and pretty. I'll have to color every single one of those little divots, but that's the reason why I wanted to put it on digital like this, is because it's much easier to clean it up and make it look much crisper. Like just looking at the head, it's much easier to make it look crisper on a digital format than it is actually with the drawing equipment that I have. So it is what it is. But that, I think, is what I'll call it for the night. Thanks for putting up with all the bullshit in between. And once we finally got going, it was a nice, good time. I'm glad. I'm sorry for the beginning half. We'll see how it goes. I think I finally figured out how I'm going to use my laptop. Like I said, I might just have to, bite the bullet and say, well, I can't have any background noise, can't have any background music. Oh well, just fine. That's why I'll probably go off stream and draw a little bit on my own. I'll be up for a while yet, but thanks for joining, and yeah, oh, come on. Not a good time for OBS to be crashing on me. Oh, that'd be so funny.
La 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 la